Hello everyone and welcome to Craftopia. This is a nice little early access game that was just recently released. It's got some Zelda-esque aspects and a lot of crafting in here and little open world hack and slash as well. I've already got a little bit of time put into the game just to try and get the hang of everything and thought this would be good for one of my first videos for you guys, just to, a little episode kind of walk through, see what's going on here and see how the game's developing and see if it's worthy for you guys to purchase during early access or maybe to wait and keep it on that wish list. So let's just jump right in, shall we? I'll make a new character as well. Had been playing with a couple friends of mine as well, just to see how the multiplayer was working. Still a little wonky right now. We ended up using a program called, I believe it was Hamachi, where we can like directly link into each other and essentially sets up a little LAN party. And with that, we were able to get through a good portion of everything just fine. A little buggy still, of course, but it's to be expected with how early access the game is, but honestly still pretty impressive. Going in some absolute basics right now for character creation. Maybe we'll get a little bit more out of it later. A couple skin colors here, some basic template faces. I'm liking this. Will definitely be this angry old guy here with the bushy eyebrows. He looks a little upset to be stuck on an island, so I think he'll be perfect here. Every islander needs a bandana. And he'll be an older guy too. There we go. I guess we got some beards and face paints coming soon. I'm sure we'll maybe get some more hairstyles as well. And then some type, set your sex. Doesn't actually affect how you look, it's just a gender orientation. Unknown, not applicable. It's nice to see more of that coming out as well for everyone. It looks like we'll get a couple different ethnicities or races in here. Human, elf, demon. Demon's pretty cool. Alright, let's do this. Can't name our guy, but we'll all know he's just a... Oh, here we go. Perfect. We can name our guy. Here. Alright, we'll go with Shabby. My nickname, the name of the channel, and it's just how well we perform in video games. Quite shabby, right? Alright. Oh. Big red button. Don't press it, DD.
Now, test complete. All hands.
I do like the start of this. It's very different than you normally expect in especially a game kind of like this. Hopefully they build on the story a little bit more too. Right now, obviously, there's no main missions available, but it'll be very interesting to see how well they take the story derivative and take it forward. Alright, so we're going to start off here, just a quick little tutorial area to tell us what's going on. Welcome, Shabby. Do you remember Earth? It is the planet you destroyed. You don't remember. I see, that's to be expected. Oh, it's moving real quick. Hopefully you can read faster than I can. Looks like we destroyed the great world of Earth. Ooh. You get to start it all over again. So I got to destroy the world myself and then create a brand new world. God, I believe it was Krail. He's treating us very nicely here. Alright. Well, let's go check out a new world. Create a new world as well. Gaming. Yeah, I do remember. It is still very early access. Comparatively, though, there is still plenty of content to do. I was actually pretty surprised with how much they're giving us and how far you can really take it with it being so early into it. And they've been pumping out quite a few hot fixes and patches as well. I know they're trying to stabilize multiplayer a bit more. Yeah, so we got like all these little tutorial people here. They'll tell you how to do the basics of attacking and basic crafting, etc. But up in the upper right hand corner here, we got a mission. It kind of, they do a pretty good job of walking us through how to do everything. So I'm going to grab this chest right here. Alright, yeah, climb a wall, punch a tree, punch a rock. So, you know, kind of like Rust when you're starting off with a rock here. Just go over and start bashing everything you can. Alright, got myself 5 rocks. Go grab some wood. Nice little animals around here. These things are creepiest little things, the monos. Some sort of bird type animal. Oh, you bugger off. Yeah, I'm not liking the crosshair on here. I hope they kind of fix that or update a little bit. It's a little off center from where you're truly aiming. Like right now, my character's like directly facing, but the cursor's like a little off to the left there, and it's kind of in an odd spot too for how it is in this third person view. Alright, so we got that. I'm just going to run up here and climb this wall real quick just to clear that challenge up. So it's nice, you just jump right into it and you automatically latch on, and that little stamina bar on the right hand side will slowly deplete as I try and jump higher. So it's pretty nice, you can scale pretty high with that. And later on there are ways to increase your stamina as well. Alright, so let's open up the crafting menu, we'll make ourselves a wooden axe. Pretty intuitive crafting menu too. You can get to it from hitting tab, then you got all your different ones, or O will bring you directly to crafting. They separate it out pretty decently here as well. So, but, you know, we'll just keep following along here. We get the wood axe, craft that up. We want to equip it, so we'll open our inventory. You can just right click, and it'll put it right in here. This, if you notice, is a separate entity from your equipment bar. I've noticed with the inventory here, it gets a little cumbersome later when you're doing some dungeon exploration. You fill up your equipment slot and you're holding on to a weapon. Now as you switch between them, it doesn't make too much of a difference. But if you say, like say I broke this wooden axe here, and my entire equipment slots were full, and then I swap that weapon, it'll drop that on the ground, and then I have to drop something from my inventory, can pick it back up, and then repair it. Thankfully repairing is pretty easy, but that's a little bit of a wonky thing. Like, I get why it's happening because of how they have the settings in the game, but this is still a little bit odd. Alright, so we gotta get some 30 logs here. Also, we gotta make a stone pickaxe, put it on, collect some stone. Yeah, I wish, you know, I love how the game looks, though. It's really nice looking. I like the aspect of how everything's just kind of around you, can destroy it all. Hope they do something with like the physics. It's cute how it all just kind of explodes like that, but maybe if they did something like, obviously it's a lot of work too, but if you played a little bit of New World by Amazon, like the trees fall down and there, like collides with the world and then they slowly disappear. It just looks cool, but still like the explosion too. It's always nice just to see something go away in a puff of smoke. Alright, we got that. Pop that on. It'll automatically add to our hotbar too. I'm just going to move all this stuff that I don't care about right now. There we go. Now it wants us to collect stones. We need to make a stone workbench. One thing I noticed, you know, obviously the ground's very uneven, which is to be expected of an island and on hills and everything. So when you place stuff down, sometimes they can just completely tip over. So I've realized that it's better when you're working with it to build a little platform to start building on top of rather than just directly on the ground. So even like say if I wanted to build at the top of this mountain here, it would be much easier if I just build a wooden platform, and we'll go do that in a second too. We'll go build out on the water just for the view here. Do it right over here. Yeah, see, it says my axe is gonna break. Just to repair, all you have to do is hold the hotkey. So if you're on mouse and keyboard here, I can just hold 2 since that's in my hotkey spot. It'll automatically start repairing it. If you saw very quickly down that bottom right, it said it's going to use X amount of gold to finish it and to repair it. It's like 2 gold. It's very cheap. You get gold very easily once you get going in this game, especially when you start doing dungeons and you're selling weapons. So at least from what I've seen, gold's nothing to really worry about at all. And unfortunately, there really isn't too much to spend it on. There's travelers around in the world that you can meet up on different islands. You know, maybe you can find a weapon here or there. I've never really stumbled across anything I've wanted to buy, but so I assume that'll be expanded on. Alright, let's see. Let's just grab these stones real quick, clear some of these missions up here, carry on. Perfect, alright. So I'm just gonna quickly, so if we scroll down here, we got these walls. We've got vertical, horizontal, and diagonal. It is incredibly reminiscent to Fortnite. I've never really played the game myself, but obviously I've seen it, know quite a bit about it, played it a little bit here and there. But the building's pretty similar in the sense of how the blocks are placed, except without the, crazy spamming of your mouse and being able to twist and turn as you please. So now you can rotate by hitting R to see how you want these to look, and it is grid based. Still a little awkward. Like if I jump here, I can get this in the air. Like, whoop, there we go. So it is a invisible grid based system, which it works pretty cleanly. Sometimes snapping can be a little rough, but you get used to it. And you can pick everything up just by holding E. You can see there it says hold E to retrieve. So that's one thing that's nice. It doesn't break everything. Yeah, a little hard to get the stuff above me here. There we go. So it's nice. So like if you want to move your entire base, you don't have to break everything like in some games and ruin the items themselves. So yeah, come on. See, that's what I mean by a little buggy. Like gotta really play with the camera sometimes. I'm sure that'll get worked out. Very early access. So yeah, so we got a little flat platform here. We'll just use this as our base. All right, we'll build that stone workbench real quick. Craft that up. One thing that's nice, it does take time to craft in this game, but it's not terribly so either. So it's like you can get stuff going and then walk away, or you can even wait for it because it won't take long. So now that we've got this, we gain access to a little bit more crafting stuff right now. We can see a marketplace here, the cooking facility is new, and also the glider, which is one of our missions. So we'll just pop one of these out real quick. Again, very basic stuff. It's just kind of showing you how to hold your hand and do everything here. So now, we can equip the glider. It goes right into our inventory slots here, so it's nice. It doesn't take up a space. And it wants us to fly through the sky, so let's just we'll go up here real quick and take a look around. We'll grab a little bit more resources to get ourselves set up here. We also need to make a wooden stick. We'll do that too real quick after we kill this tree. So, right here on the weapons, wooden stick, a couple logs. Pop that out real quick. There we go. We'll do that. We'll equip our stick here. Alright. So now we got a couple missions here. So, to use our glider, you can see it even breaks down for you nice and easily. Jump while jump. Space, jump while space jump. So you just got to press space while you're in the air. And then you don't have to hold it. It'll automatically do it. You can see on the right-hand side my stamina is dropping, so be careful when you're flying from really high places because there is fall damage in the game. But like as you go down, you can repeatedly bring it out, which is nice. So you can kind of hover drop down so you won't die as soon as you hit the ground. And then a jump slash, so a little hard to see there. It says equip a one-handed sword and press attack while jumping. So, there you go. Alright, yeah, and this is one of the silly stuff here. It wants us to eat raw meat to see what danger means. The translations are a little rough. The game's made in Japan too, but truly they're pretty decent. Like again, for early access, the translations are pretty good. You'll see some weapons that'll not have English translations. They'll show up with the Japanese characteristics, but very few and far between. Alright, so let's eat that meat. We just killed that sheep. Go to the inventory here. And it's nice. They separate your inventory, so it's not like one big cluster. The only downside is, this is how many material type items we can have, usable types, build types, which does not fill up fast, and then equipment, which does fill up fast. So do the material types, but, so, yeah, we'll just do this here. Right-click use. So, took some damage from that. And don't eat raw meat. We'll kill another one while we're right next to us here. Yeah, and this is very Zelda-esque and hack and slashy. Combat, it's not too crazy. A lot of different stuff you can do. The tree, let me bring that up real quick. Skill tree is impressive. We've got, basics, combat, magic, living, and trick. The trick's a little odd, but you kind of get what they're going at there. But break it down real quick. A lot of stuff you'll see coming soon. So especially when you get further down, so they're definitely planning to develop this more, and they give you some idea of what it is. You know, like way down here, the very last one in the basics here is endurance, reduce stamina consumption rate at actions consume stamina over a period of time. Perfect. You know, not implemented yet, definitely to be expected. Um, you know, it's that standard kind of tree, so you need 3 points in tier 1 to unlock the next one, 5 points in tier 2, and no, it doesn't go down. So if I had um, you know, if I got the 3 points here to unlock tier 2, but then I did 5 more points in tier 1, I'm pretty sure, can double check as we go, but that does not correlate until unlocking tier 3. It has to be tier 2. So, and that goes across for all of these, and, you know, and then here we got the weapon ones. You know, this one's nice, little weapon polishing, good little skill there, and then some other abilities we'll go into as we go. You know, triple slash is good. I've been pretty keen towards the two-handed weapons, just dealing big damage all at once. Using the bow, if you hit your headshots, amazing damage. Downside is um, there's no bow skills in tier 1. Tier 2, there's 2, I believe. Yeah, it was just the 2. Great Archer, which increases your charge bow attacks, and then a jumping shot to jump while jumping, which is I got it, never used it, so I unlearned it later. But they've got some really good stuff like down below here that aren't coming out yet, or even just way further down the line. Good magic tree, heal. We're definitely going to pick that up right now, just real quick. Throw it on here and show us. Very useful, especially early game. You know, you're running around fighting. Definitely want that heal. There's also a very similar one in the living for alchemic potion. You can turn your mana into potions. Also another good way to go, and obviously as you keep using your mana, you can just keep making potions, so it's a good little stockpile as well. So far I've seen that this is just enough. I haven't really run into too much trouble. Haven't gotten very far again, but so we'll go into these a lot later too. We'll do some magic too. We'll get a little bit of everything, see how it goes. Resetting our skills costs us, I believe, it was 100,000. Oh, right now it says 0, but as you put some skills in, it'll start telling me I have to pay like 100,000 gold. We'll get that pretty easily, so nothing too much to worry about there. Yeah, let's just keep going here. We'll go create a campfire, we'll cook a piece of meat, and then we'll eat it. So come down here. Now I do, even though I said put a lot of stuff on these platforms, like I like to put crafting stuff on here, but I like to be semi-realistic as well. Like it does let you put a campfire on there, but I mean, you know, it's not feasible, so I don't like to do stuff like that. I try and be somewhat realistic as I can. Just makes it a little more fun for me. Pop that in. Got our campfire down, put it right here. A little light source too, which is nice. Now it wants us to burn ourselves with the campfire to learn about danger again. So, you know, here we go. You do catch on fire in this game and take a little DOT damage. Pretty nice. You can set your friends on fire. So it's a good little troll mechanism too. If you are in a fight and you get on fire, you can run into your teammates. So be careful about that. What is this? Oh, it's just telling me to retrieve that. So there we go. So now we'll just go over to this, hit E, and I'll just throw. I don't want to do all of them because we're gonna do something with that later. I'll take. If you hold control, you can kind of split the stack. So I'll just put 2 on there for now. We do have a hunger meter. If you look in the bottom right-hand side there, it's at 84%. You can go over 100, but it's very slow crawl. Like you can get to about 110%, I think it is. But if you're at 90% and you eat something with like 80% satiation fill, it doesn't bring you up by 80%. It's kind of weighted. I think it brings you like 104, 105. So we'll do that. While that's going, let's just grab these stones here real quick. And there's some copper right in front of me too. So everything in this game is very tier oriented, just like you'd see in any crafting game. You know, starts off with your fist, then we get a wooden tools, weapons, as followed by, which is our stone ones, followed by copper, irons next. I believe after iron was silver, and then steel. Then following that, titanium. Now I'm shooting off the hip here to see how far it is. I believe after titanium was gold. And then I think after gold is platinum. Yeah, and you can see here. So this is an iron node right here. So it's blue with the little bit of a brownish fleck gems on it. And if I hit it with my pickaxe, it tells me I need a star 2. So I'm just going to call those tiers. So I need a tier 2 weapon. So yes, you can use any weapon. So if I had a tier 2 sword, for instance, or higher, I could start to mine this, but it'll tell me it's very inefficient. and I won't get maximum yields, and it'll be very slow. So there's that as well. I'll get some straw too. Alright, perfect, got that. Alright, now you can see here, it wants me to eat the meat, so let's do that. Ooh, learning about danger again. Alright, eat one of those. Perfect. You can see my satiation filled up a bit there. So now it wants me to set up a market, and also a nice little fun thing, use the ascent current from the campfire to fly high into the sky. So I can fly over this, and just from the draft it creates from the heat, you can get pretty high up. So you can set up little flight paths on this starter island here if you wanted. So like I could go like this, fly up here. I could have another campfire here, and you can set them up to propulsion yourself around. Maybe we'll do something like that later. Sounds a little fun. But let's just keep going. So we'll set up the market here. Boom, craft that up. Let's see what else. We also need to create an altar. I can do that from my inventory, so I'm just going to do that real quick. And then this altar is how we progress through the ages. So, like I was saying with the tier system, I'm going to throw this in the water, so it's a little nice here. Right there. For instance, for the first age that we're in, I believe it's called Stone Age, probably. It's pretty standard. I believe we can go up to iron items, maybe not even that. We'll see in a second here. But from that alone, again, I'm gonna, nice little role play here. Let's see. I'm gonna catch myself on fire if I get too close to that. Alright, there we go. Drop that bad boy. Perfect. Looks nice. So it wants me to sell an item here. So this is how we make our gold. We go to these markets. You can see the timer above it. It is real time. So in 6 real-time minutes, the traveler will essentially show up and take the items from here. No one actually shows up, but he'll come and take these from me. Here, I'll just sell those real quick. That'll be 100 gold. And then these will disappear. So I can take these back at any time in that 6 minutes. But after that, he'll come. I'll get the gold automatically, whether I'm on this island or a different one. And then the items will be gone. So neat little system, good way, get multiple of these. So like I'm gonna throw 2 down real quick here actually, because you can just from items from a dungeon, you'll definitely fill up pretty much every time in one dungeon with items for weapons and whatnot. So and to do that, you'll need to sell them all. You'll need about 1.5 markets. So with this, I can at least come out of a dungeon, go sell all my garbage, and then I can jump back into something else too. Or I can be doing other things while that goes and generate a little bit of extra cash. I don't need this on the hotbar. It's nice how some things are automatic on the hotbar, but kind of like Minecraft and all those other things, like you pick something up, it can go right on that hotbar. So, some arrows there, a little stronger arrow. Yeah, bows, great weapon in this game. So I'm just going to keep going here. So I'm going to sell that, then I'll go through in a bit. So use the altar to progress the time and get rewarded. So if I go here, so just to progress this age, we're in the Stone Age. To get to the next one, the agricultural, it tells us here I need to have 100 gold, 10 logs, 10 stone, 10 copper ore, and 3 animal flesh. Very simple, obviously. We are cavemen, we learned how to make fire. Now let's use fire on rock. So, and then I didn't show it while we were in there, but right here it'll tell us all the new items we get for progressing to the next stage. So in the next stage we'll learn how to make steel weapons and tools. We'll learn how to use titanium, so basically tier 5 and 6 items, as well as we'll get some tier 6 buildings, potion brewing stand, livestock, automation. There's a lot of automation in this game. I can't wait to kind of delve into it. I'm not very good with it, so I hope to get better. But we'll work it out. That's why we're called Shabby. Just very average here, right? Alright, so we got that in there. So we need to use a teleportation gate to go to a different zone. Meet the god of the Sky Island, Anubis. He's way up there. We'll do a little Fortnite build and get up there in just a second. And then we got to give him slates of growth, so we got a couple things we can do. So what I'm going to do just real quick, we're going to go over here. Now we got some new buildings here. We've got a hatter. It's literally just making hats. We got a smelter. We're going to build that because we're going to smelt some of that copper down. I'm going to go grab a little extra too, because what I want to do is I want to, oh, you know what, we're going to get that iron instead. So put that down. Maybe just make a copper pickaxe real quick so I can pick up some iron while we're out there. Because you can mine one tier higher. So if I got copper, which is a tier 3, I'll be able to mine iron to be able to then create the next one. So, all right. So again, a little bit of realism here. We'll just make like a little. All right, we got that. Let's get a smelter now. Here's my smelter or my furnace. Yeah, pretty nice looking too. Like, you know, giant anvil, little quenching there. Got a nice little tree stump to sit on while I work and relax. No, it's really a nice looking game. I'm honestly really impressed with how much detail they do put in. All right, so I'm just gonna go up here. I'm gonna make some copper bars. It's a 1-to-1, so I'm just gonna pop that. You'll see here now. You know, it's pretty quick. Obviously, if I was just gonna stand here and watch, do like 99 of those, or you know, when we go on an expedition, we'll come back with like 500 of certain ores, especially iron, very useful. It'll take time, so we'll set up, you know, 10 of these maybe. You know, we'll see, and then we can have them all going at the same time while we start doing some other things. There we go. Got 6. I just need 5 of those so I can make a pickaxe, and we'll just go run around the island real quick and explore. Show you that. Perfect. Now I'm gonna just sell that stone pickaxe. It's not really gonna give me anything, but look at that, 13 gold. Whew. Big bucks here. Just gonna move that over. Don't really care about a weapon right now. On the island itself here, there's nothing dangerous except for the bears. There are bears. There's 2 of them. We'll go take a look at them and poke the bear. But right now, what I really care about is I just want to go around, get some ore, we'll take a little tour of the island here, see the sheep, the monos. Son of a... They're very aggressive. They do no damage, so it's just more of a taunt. We actually let them touch us like that. I'm going to also break these crates here. There we go, got a little level up. Sometimes you'll get stuff out of them, sometimes you won't. There we go, got some salt. You'll see when we go in a dungeon here too, we'll see like other crates like this as well. That'll give us basically these materials. We'll see like salt, vinegar, I believe it was like oil, and pepper. Yep, there's some vinegar. And we can use that to make some decent food, and that'll definitely help us along the line here too. Get that, you know, some salt for shellfish. I don't think I've ever used them. There is fishing in the game. Fishing, I noticed, very buggy in the multiplayer. Again, very early. A lot of times what would happen, I'm making the fish pole and show it to you real quick too. A lot of times what was happening to me and my buddy is the spots would be bugged, so we'd go out, throw our fishing pole out, and we'll see that bobber go down. Then all we do is press and boom, we got a fish. Very simple, not like Stardew Valley where you gotta like really play the mini game to get it. Fucking, it flings these things. So going across here, I'm just gonna finish this off real quick. We'll use some of these later. Pick those up because I'm throwing them everywhere, making a mess. There we go. But what would happen is when that bobber would go under, we'd pull it out and it would just be empty. So we thought we were doing it wrong the entire time. We had no idea what was going on. And then some fishing spots, the bobber wouldn't go down at all. It would just stay static, floating there. Nothing would happen. Thought it was us. Turns out just a little bit buggy on that. Could have been because we weren't going through Steam. They do suggest Steam. We were playing on like the first or second day that this came out, and it was unplayable at the time for us at least. So we used a program, like I said earlier, called Hamachi that helped us get through that. And we were just able to land up with each other and play. So, you know, it's still a good time. This is a silver node here. You know, need tier 3, so I need an iron one to pick that up. But, you know, we got some iron, so let's just do that real quick. There we go. One wall. That was useful, huh? Alright, I'm just gonna take a run back. Go up here. Yep, running. Sprinting uses stamina. Just walking doesn't, but if I sprint around, I'm gonna use it up. And I don't believe... Let me double check here. I believe one-handed weapons don't use stamina when you attack. Yeah. But two-handed, that you do. So they hit harder. They hit like an absolute truck, which is what's nice. And they're comically oversized right now. They said they were going to be working on making it a little less dramatic, but it is very funny with how huge they are. And I honestly like it. I think it's just funny. All right, you know, we'll go up here. Yep, Nice little fishing spot here. We'll grab a couple of these while we're here. Yeah, we can turn the fish into fillets. We can use for cooking. Ooh, purple. Yeah, the colors are definitely by tier system too, so that's probably, like, I believe green will probably be tier 2. That blue one was probably tier 3. Maybe that purple one's tier 4. We'll see when we pick those up here. And they are gone. Look at those things go. So, take a look real quick. So, we just got, oh, tier 7 or rarity 7, 8, 7. So, and you know, as you can see, none of those are purple anymore. So, you know, maybe those are a little bugged out, but you know, take a little flow down. There's another little piece of copper. Copper's still good, even though it's a very early level item. It's useful for chests, so that's why I'm grabbing a little bit as we go. Storage in this game is awful. I hope one thing they fix is that everything has its own name. So for instance, animals poop in this game. So if I pick up deer poop, sheep poop, bird poop, cow poop, it's all different kind of poop, but it's all utilized the same. You don't need to specifically use like cow poop or chicken poop for something. All poop is the same, except each one, since it has a different name, it takes up the same inventory. It takes up its own inventory slot. So very inconvenient in that sense for certain things, especially when it comes to seeds, which we'll see in a moment here. All right, get that going. And I'm just going to use that. We're going to make a iron pickaxe. We're going to make a better weapon real quick. And then we're going to go do our first dungeon. Go check that out and see how it goes. Take a look into that. Obviously, we've seen a little bit of crafting now. And then after that, we'll come out here and go see our little buddy up there, too. I want to switch it up a little bit because obviously we need some logs. And just like any other crafting survival game, we're going to spend a lot of time bulking up and just gathering materials. And there are some good logging skills and mining skills that'll increase the yield and the efficiency of mining and lumbering. So definitely gets more convenient later, especially as we get higher tier. Definitely see when, you know, it's not going to take me 8 hits to cut down one tree. Alright, actually we're going to go look at the skills here. So we've got a heal here, that'll give us a little survivability. Let's see, I think what we're going to do, I'm going to start a little bit on, we'll get some combat here. Just because in order to use two-handed weapons, we do have to get 3 points in here and put it into two-handed, just so we can use it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the weapon polishing. I haven't actually used it much because everything else in here, like these are all one-handed, single hand. That one's not, so we'll probably look into that with our two-handed. That's a single-handed. That's for shields, and that's martial arts for bare-handed monk fighting. So we'll grab that real quick. We'll do the rotating strike. So crouch and execute spin. I'm not even sure how to crouch, honestly, if it's just, unless, maybe it's just, yeah, nope, so. Is it C? Yep, C. I'm gonna change that hotkey real quick here, just over to control. That might mess some things up, but that's fine. Oh, there we go. No, that's not bad. I can hold it down. See, stamina's dropping. Woo! Alright, that was pretty sick. Alright. We got our wood, though. Got a little bit of extra of that. Alright, let's see what we can do here. If we can't get a bow, that's fine. We're not going to necessarily need it anyway, so let's make that real quick. Get our pickaxe ready. Let's get... oops, gotta go over here. Blacksmith, yep, stone arrows. You know, got some accessories here. Shields, Harlock bows. I can make a copper one. Yeah, I don't have enough iron, so I'm going to make an iron sword real quick. Oh, don't have enough for that either, so actually, no, we'll just go with copper. I've got not plenty of it, but we'll do... yeah, we'll just do that. We'll give that. Do that. We'll get that copper going while we're gone as well. There we go, 89 of those, so we'll get plenty of that now. Alright, we got that. Take that copper sword. Now it's one of the first times I'm just going to trash some of this. We don't need that. I'm going to get rid of the fishing pole. It's very cheap to make that, so if I need it again, I'll just, you know, we'll get it at the time. So you might have seen it out of the corner of your eye earlier. when we were climbing the hill, but around the corner will be a dungeon. We'll go check that out, show you what it looks like. They look the same pretty much on every map, at least the ones I've been to. Again, when we do that in a little bit, you'll see how that works, but it's not, it's pretty intuitive. It's all the same. Man, these chests are terrible. Pretty sure when I was playing with my buddy, these chests had like some starter weapons and it's some defense items. There's that bear. He's the only thing that'll ever attack me. And you can see, got some health on him. Check out our skill here. Didn't work. See, little buggy, he's hanging up on the wall. Okay, yeah, see, yeah, it's a little... Combat's a little wonky. Sometimes you'll hit them directly and they will not die. Just doesn't register the hit, so... And sometimes they just bash you into a wall. Alright, so this is the dungeons here. You know, speeding trial, beginner. So some of them have little trials and I'll tell you what to do when you go in them. So, I've never actually had a speeding trial on a beginner island. So an ordeal of speed if you're able to get there fast. Krail the God shall approve of you. So this will open in a second here, and now timer will start. And it looks like, oh, we got some hoverboards up here. We can make these later. I've never actually made one, but... And that's kind of like a little Mario-esque here. Oh my word, am I bad. This one's kind of automatic here. Boop, 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 boop. Until I miss. These things are very hard to drive, too. Little trick. Ooh. Yeah. What's up with my health here? Heal that. I don't know why that was just dropping like that. I just noticed I was at 1 health or something. I thought that was durability. And that's clear, you know, it's a beginner trial. I've never run into one of these that was actually a challenge. You finish everything with like over 30 seconds, so you could walk through that whole thing and still got here. And at the end of every dungeon, like I said, the ones I've been to, you'll always get 1 gold chest and 4 silver here. So now we'll just start getting some random stuff, you know, got some weapons over there. Gold chest obviously is better, but you know, let's just pop these up here. Take a look at all this in a second here. So there's never anything else, at least from what I've seen. Now, if you'll notice in front of me, that wall behind the portal, it's gray. Pretty much every dungeon has breakaway walls. In the trials, it's just the one at the end here. In any other dungeon that's standard, there'll be one when you come in the dungeon and at the end here. So with a gold chest behind each. So make sure we grab those, and I'll show you on the next one too. But now, like as you can see, like 2,500, 2,500, you know, 1,800, and these are some cheaper ones too. So we definitely get plenty of weapons so we can get money later. So let's see, what do we got here? 140 attack. That's my stone one. 100 attack. 155, 155. So, alright, let's see. So this is life. So applied, so you can see it's green, and at the bottom there you can see applied to equipment max life plus 15. So while equipped, I'll get 15% extra life. Or on this one, I'll get 5% life, stamina, movement speed. I might go with that. What's this one here? Is that one-handed? Yeah, it's one-handed. Can't use two-handed yet. So and then this one I can get magic attack, percent, and mana. So obviously that's pretty useless to me right now. So I'm just gonna go with the better of this one. So we'll pop this bad boy on. And then we'll sell pretty much everything else when I get back. So nothing much changes with the attack style, but we'll see really only a difference in attack when we get to two-handed weapons. Alright, so with that done, just whoop, yeah, you can climb the trees too and get stuck in them. Oh, damn bear. Oh, see, yep, lost stamina. Oh, not quite high enough to get fall damage, but that, oh my. Alright, let's go. Yeah, since I'm using one-hander, I definitely could be using a shield to help out. Oh, let's want to try that attack out. There we go. I see I hit the log, so I got some wood from that too. Break these real quick. Yeah. I'm drained like that, doesn't let me use any attacks, so always be mindful of your stamina, especially when getting ready for a fight. Alright, let's sell. I'm just going to sell. Which one am I using again? Oh, my thing's not there. I'm using wild. So we'll get rid of life. I don't need the copper pickaxe. I don't need any of those. And I don't need a stick anymore, so and I actually don't need that. So just my tools right there. And again, because this is equipped, it's in my equipment status rather than my inventory, so that's why we're not seeing it there actually. Got a grumpy old man. Alright, that's good. I'm gonna just take these out real quick. I'm gonna have it set to build some chests while we're gone. Just so we can put all of our garbage away when we get back. Max 7. Perfect. Let's go. Alright. And then pretty much open up the map here. As you explore, you can see different things on the map. So like you can tell we haven't been over here, so it's not filled in. Little fog of war. This mark is the dungeon we were just at. We're going to see one same spot about right here. And this map is always the same I've seen. This is the third one I've started just to test some things out, and it's never changed. So, and the ores are pretty much always in the same spot too. Grab this little bit of iron here. Yeah, whenever you see iron, especially early, grab that. You're gonna need a lot of it. You need iron to make steel. It'll be, you need like, I think it's like 5 iron bars to make a steel bar or something like that, so. Just gonna go get that chest and that copper. I'm pretty sure I used up all the copper making those 7 chests. Or I used up all the wood, one of the two. Probably the wood, because I didn't have a lot of that on me. Yeah, now you can see we're beating those up pretty good. Alright, jump in. Yep, Dungeon of Islands, so you can see that right behind here, another false wall. Every single dungeon besides Trials have it at the beginning and the end. And look at that, I just got 4 weapons out of that chest. It's pretty ridiculous how easy it is. Oh look, a silver axe, that's actually really handy. So we just skipped the iron tier for that. So if that was a pickaxe, that would have been really helpful. That's alright though. 130, I'm just double checking the weapons. Yeah, everything else. Wild and grasslands. Stamina. Nah, don't care about stamina with my one-handed weapon. So, yeah. So we'll see this in these dungeons. You don't see them in the trials, or at least some of the beginning ones that I've done. But I always break these. These ingredients, I haven't seen another way to get them yet, so I don't know if you can craft them yourself or if they're just always found in dungeons. Because, you know, dungeons are very common to find spices and cooking oils in and vinegar, but definitely grab them. You can make good food, and we'll go into that after too. Let's do a little spinning move here. Not bad, not great. It'll do. It's hard to control because you move really slow. But AI in this, you know, it's not that great. I wonder if there's like a dodge roll. Yeah, this is one of the things I was talking about with the equipment. So the corn seeds, like all the seeds, tons of them, they'll be the same thing, but they have different names or different statuses. It'll be like, you know, the bone skeletons corn seed, and it gives like minus 5% damage and like some like buffs and debuffs, and it's very weird. And a little annoying too, because the seeds just fill your inventory up, and I'll definitely suggest just drop a lot of the seeds. Yeah, like if you're running out of inventory, unless you don't need money, then keep the seeds because we can use them later for cooking. But again, just from doing some dungeons, grabbing all this stuff, and just killing some animals to make what's called steak, you use all of these, and it gives you like 80% satiation, and it's the best, easiest, lowest tier item you can get. It just requires a little grinding on these stupid things as you go. Alright, definitely one of the harder battles here. Oops. See, on fire. And I'm catching them on fire too, which is what's cool. Do that. You can get yourself on. You can like extinguish yourself by healing yourself as well. Now, one thing with these dungeons, you do have to kill these pretty quick because they will respawn, and that door over there is shut until you kill all the monsters in the room. So if they respawn, you have to kill them again. So, get down. So, there we go. So those are down. Pick all these up here. Probably going to be full in a second on equipment because that's where seeds go. It's apparently an equipment item, not produce or anything. So we'll definitely be dropping some stuff to gear up for the better weapons that we can get and sell. Alright, open this door. So from what I've seen, it's always like 2 little waves, you know, one room with a couple enemies in it, then the next room, something similar to that last one was a few more enemies in it, and then it brings us to the boss room. I haven't seen a new boss yet. I believe they said they had 2 bosses right now, and they were looking to increase that number to 10. This boss fight, very easy. Good, nice mechanics though in it. I have to hit his core. Now he's gonna, oops, nope, get out of the way. He's gonna shoot me, so if I head behind these pillars, it'll block that damage. Now I can jump on him here and kind of stand on him. It's a little awkward because, you know, hitting the feet here doesn't do much damage, but if I hit his core or his head, oops, let's get out of there, I'll do much more damage. And this fight is an absolute joke when you have a 2-handed weapon because you can just jump on him and just take 1,000 damage out of him almost immediately. I don't know why. Yeah, it's a little hard to get the land on him. Here we go. It's telling me my weapon's looking to break. Doesn't mean it's going to break yet, but it's getting close. If I could just, you know, get over here. Definitely having a hard time getting on top of him. Okay, here we go. Nope. Nah, I knew it's going to get stuck in there. I don't have the energy to get away. If you guide him into these pillars, he'll stun himself too, which is handy. And usually you can just jump on him. I wonder if they kind of updated that so you can't just land on him with these jump attacks anymore. Oh, here we go. Yeah, see, I'm doing 102 damage. Here we go, boom. Yeah, it's definitely a little more awkward that time. But again, not hard boss fights. We saw a buddy of mine found this dragon out in the world in one of them. That was a hard fight. Pretty easy to cheese it, though. No, easy attacks, very predictable, and although we were doing damage, it was very minor compared to its health pool, and we just had to sit there and grind it down. It took us like 10 minutes maybe. But definitely doable. Didn't get anything good from it. I think it dropped it dropped 1 piece of dragon meat. Fried egg. Ooh, that's some food here, so we'll just no, I'm gonna eat this bread just so I can pick up this food item. There we go. And then you can see way down there, got a little gray wall as usual. Fake wall. Alright, small health potion. Chests have been absolute meager, but this is obviously this is our little tutorial island here, so I don't truly expect much. No, ran out of stamina as I was trying to go up. Yeah, this is titanium right here. We need steel to get that, but we don't have steel unlocked yet. We're not in the right age. Give me your meat, cow. Or get a little bit of that iron here. Alright, perfect. Let's just head back. And then we'll go build the teleportation gate and go to the next island. Actually, no, we'll go visit God real quick. God Anubis. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna grab these here. Now, you do gotta be careful with chests. They can fall. I had a house way up here before on platforms and cows just kept running through because I didn't have fences up. They kept running in my campfires, lighting my stuff on fire, knocking my chest down into the valley. It was a mess. It was an absolute mess. So I don't put them near the edge of anything anymore. So, and I do try and keep my stuff somewhat separated. I know I'm going to build a campfire here, or cooking, so I'll put a couple chests here because food just takes up so much space. Maybe we'll use this spot here for some monster remains. And then I'll put one here for now. It should be good just for all of our smelting stuff that we don't need to carry on us. Oops. Yep, just one. That's all I need. Alright, get that going. And, you know, let's go get wood and let's go see our buddy. Now, what it's talking about where it says, give Slate of Growth to Anubis. That's kind of like our way of leveling up, per se, besides like our actual level. He bequeaths us either stamina, health, and, and mana. So you can increase one of the 3 abilities with those slates we get. We get them, here's, I should have 2 of them in here. Yeah, right here. You get them when you complete a dungeon. You can only get 1 per dungeon. So obviously there's got to be some sort of limit to them. So use them for what you need. So far I've been pretty okay on health. I haven't going through everything. I haven't found a need to actually have to increase my health. Get out of here. Those birds fly when you hit them too. So when I've been doing it, I just do them for stamina because stamina, especially with a 2-handed weapon, is big money. Alright, that should be pretty good. Now let's build some diagonal paths and let's go see Anubis here. You know what, I'm going to do them over at the house because, you know what, we'll just do it up here. I should probably only need 20 if I do it from near the top of this hill. Oh, and you can see that pillar coming up. I must have put a waymark on the map when I had it open. Which is very useful in multiplayer because they show across the map and it is really very handy. So it's definitely one thing I like. Like, it's not just some silly looking waypoint that goes, oh, here we go, get our 2-handed real quick. See, I've got 4 levels. You level up real quick in the beginning. So I've got that. I'm not going to worry about anything else in here for now, just because that thing on its own hits like an absolute truck. Put that weapon polishing over here. Try that out. So let's see, what do we got in basics here? Meditation, slightly increased passive. Oh, so these are probably just some passive abilities. Oh, execute invading roll with movement in C. Oh, that's cute. Maybe we'll look into that later. I don't know if that's necessary. The combat's super simple in this. Satiation point is above a certain amount. Life gradually heals. Again, I don't really care too much. I've got a heal here, so becoming vulnerable when I crouch down. It's a little stealth ability. Becoming vulnerable when I jump. Okay. Dolphin swim. Significantly increase your swim speed. Okay, ninjutsu. Oh, okay. So a little iframe when you dodge. That's cool. Oh, collector may drop an additional item. That's pretty handy for things like leather and bones for crafting. Jump height. Yeah, they've got some cute little things here. Double jump. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, nothing. Calming scenery. Oh, well, riding the glider. Meditation 2. Mana recovery. Skill fighter. Short cooldowns. Increase movement speed. Yeah, okay, some very minor quality of life things. Let's see, what about trick? Attack order. Makes a pet near you do a jump and attack. Oh, I know you can collect animals in this too. I've gotten some for some things we'll go into, you know, probably in the 4th age, but I've never actually had something fight next to me. Oh my god, there's a bear in front of me. Yep, what up, buddy? How you doing? Yep, we're gonna use our little spinny attack here. What up? Oh. That rock got in my way. Oh, my sword broke. Okay. Maybe you can't. Oh, you can hit me. Let me finish. Hey, don't be a jerk. Ooh, that last hit does some damage, though. That's going to be some real good damage with that 2-hander, and because they're absolutely massive, their reach is disgusting. Alright. We'll look into those skills a bit later. Alright, let's build a couple platforms. So diagonal, craft, build. We'll build 2, see where that gets us. It should be enough. It's not very high. Ooh, stone walls. That's new. That wasn't in here before. They must have made a little post update since I played a couple days ago. That's nice. You know, just while I'm in here so I don't forget to. This is the teleportation gate that we're going to use to go to other islands. I'm just going to craft it, get in my inventory. Perfect. When we go back down, we'll place that down and we'll take a little trip. Again, snapping issues, little wonky. Alright, that works, so. And then kind of like Fortnite, once it's there, you can just hold the mouse button and it'll start placing them automatically as you hit a clear spot. It can kind of glitch out on you, so. Just gonna do that. Good enough. And I like how it'll clip through items too. Like it's just convenient. Anubis, very strong. Hey, buddy. Oops, sorry. He's a little girl. He doesn't fight back. Just absolutely innocent. You can kill him too. It's actually a pretty good experience. Let's see. I probably won't bore us with this. But like you can see, his health is huge. He's level 2, very strong. I kind of wish they made him fight back because, you know, he just runs away. I got an egg from him. It's just meant for cooking. Like I can't hatch him or anything, or at least not that I know of. And I felt like I was like level 20 at the time, and it gave me like almost 2 levels. But it might have been like a full level and a half or something. But it was pretty significant. But all right, yeah. So we talked to him. I can't give him Slates of Growth. I don't have enough yet. But I just want to clear that up. He wants us to create a. Alright, so now we can just keep going through these little quests real quick just to get that garbage out of our way and just kind of carry on. We'll put our teleportation gate down as well. We'll move on to the next area. We'll go see the first map. Alright, do that. Let me pop all of you in there. Alright, now I'm just going to throw. Okay. So let's do that real quick. Actually, not here, but over here. Make the bow. Oops, not max, just one. One's good. Take that. It wants me to make an arrow. I'm probably not going to go much with the bow on this one. It's nice, but again, it's the same rectile we see here, and it's not that accurate. You can have it lined up perfectly, but if you're at a distance, even with the drop, it'll still miss sometimes. It's just a little off, that's all. I'm sure that'll be fixed very, very easily as they kind of progress through. Alright, so we'll take that. We'll put, you know, where do we want? This thing is massive, though. Where do we want this gate? You know what? Let's put it on the other side of this here. This is our little home base. We'll put it right here in the water. There we go. That's good enough. That'll take a second to grow. We'll come back to that. Where'd my weapon go? Did it drop on the ground? Giant cutlass. Dangerous? I know this isn't it, but... oh, you know, I wonder if I dropped it. I wonder if when it broke. Back there, I probably dropped it when I swapped weapons or something like that because it glitched out. Again, it happens. I've lost quite a few weapons doing that, but again, weapons in this game are so easy to come by. You just go, okay. Well, you know, I'll just do that one. I still didn't get a two-handed weapon, but yeah, we'll go see that on the next time. Let's go sell all this stuff, and then... So, I don't need you. I need that. I don't need you. You. Again, all those seeds, you'll see. It's nice that they do stack them up in here, so they'll still stack them, but you can have like 6 of the same seed, so you've got 2 inventory slots being wasted on that. So it does get pretty annoying. Oops, that's my iron pickaxe. To get rid of that. Okay, pickaxe that. Just get rid of that damn arrow. Alright. Do I... Oh no, I did sell that weapon because it wasn't equipped. It's over here. Go take that back. Alright, perfect. Put that back down here. Put you back on. We're just going to sell that bow. It wants us to make a copper shield too. Just do that real quick. Craft that. All right, 5 wheat fields. We'll do all that quality of life stuff later. So let's just get on to the next island here. Just drop a bunch of this stuff. So here we'll make this a seed chest. And once they're in here, it's back to one item. So even though these stack in my inventory, they do not stack in a chest no matter how many you have. That's the annoying part. You'll have this entire chest filled with different types of corn seeds. It gets dumb, so use them up when you can. Alright, I'm just going to drop some stuff I'm not going to pick up on the way, so like talons, leathers, these things. We'll organize it all later. Where did I get this sulfur from? That must have been from the dungeon. Haven't found a use for that. No, we could probably make like bombs or something, but we'll put all that stuff. I'll drop that in there. Again, I've got sheep's wool, gives me some bonuses, and I've got regular sheep's wool. Like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna get rid of that. All right, so food chests. I'm just gonna drop. All right, so one I like to just keep with raw meat. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Let's just put those in there real quick. Just gonna use, oh no, I can't use it yet. We'll have to build it later. So we'll put these fish in here and we'll put all this meat in here. I'll take that with me. Wahoo. Wahoo. Okay. A bluegill. Wow, like one real fish that we would catch on a little island like this. Alright, do that. We're just gonna dump and go. So do that. Little bit of organization though, because I just can't handle dumping it. Oh, bag of seeds, just toss that in there for a moment. That's gonna hurt me inside, but alright. And then I like to keep all these spices in one spot. These are what we're gonna use to make most of our main cooking foods, so I want to just keep them somewhere real easy to get to. Get rid of that bone. I don't know why that's there. Get rid of the hay too. Okay. I'm just gonna eat that. Oh, I'm in the chest. I can't eat it. Alright. Again, I'm just going to destroy these. They're just wasting space. It's just one piece. I'm not going to really miss them. Eat that. Alright. I'm going to put the bars over here. The iron can stay there. I don't care about them. So let's just dump these bars. Again, two different types. Or no, sorry. Just one full stack. So stacks in the chest, 99. In your inventory, you can have basically 400 with 4 full stacks in there. So good in your inventory. Chest space, kind of wish they utilize the same. But we'll get into some bigger chests later too. Alright, let's go. So we're going to go to our portal here. And this is how we get to different islands. So I saw one review on Steam, it made me laugh, talking about how there's only one island in the game and the game's trash, because why would you release one island? It's like, well buddy, follow the mission. Very, very early in. So you can see the further you get away, like it's pretty big. I don't know how far it actually goes in this, but you know, here's the island system. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11? Did I skip one? 3, 5, 3, 5, 6. What? Oh, wow. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 behind that. Okay. 11 by 1, 2, 3, 10. So 110 of them. 11 by 10, unless I counted wrong. Did it like 5 times. Probably did again. But you need, the further they get away, the more it costs and the different materials it is to unlock the island. So these 2 islands will pretty much be the same. Island level 1, enemy level 8. We'll just open both real quick just to get them. Because now I can see this one here. Again, level 1, level 8. But right here is the next tier up, level 2. And enemy level 11. As you can see, our island's at level 0. So, you know, and I need iron bars, so I can unlock that. You know what, we'll probably just go straight here. We'll skip these. They're pretty basic. They have the same materials pretty much that are on this island, plus like a little extra of some other ones. And obviously some more dungeons to go through, so, you know, we can grind that later. I'd rather just go somewhere where we can make a little bit of progress, just slightly quicker, so we'll open this one up. You can see the next one here. More steel, and then we need some flour, we got to grow those wheat fields the game was telling us to do. That's an ugly island. Look at that thing. What about this one? Oh, that's not any better. These are awful. All right, let's go travel here. All right, so here we are. Yep, sheep level 13. You know, there's some iron. Boom. Definitely want iron. I'm gonna fix this thing. You can see it's. No, maybe not. It was just weirdly colored for a second there. All right. Yeah, we're gonna get pretty much every iron we come across, unless it starts getting ridiculous. But we need a lot of it. We're going to need it to make steel. We're going to need it to progress the ages. We're going to need it for some of the basic automation stuff. I barely even touched it. Again, I am bad at automation, so we'll truly see how that goes. I've got a few more copper too, just to increase our chests. And I'm not sure what else we can do with them. I saw this huge chest thing. It like required 3 chests, and it was like I assume it's part of automation to where like you can churn out items and then put them into the chest because it like comes with a conveyor belt. It was crazy looking, and it was massive. Everything in this game is just sometimes ridiculously massive, and it's fun. All right, do this. Oh, Jesus. That thing scared the crap out of me. Again, like, look, level 13 guy doesn't really amount to much. These things just run around like crazy. The enemies, pretty buggy in multiplayer. They kind of glitch around a little bit. And you can see that pretty fast. When me and my buddy were playing, I was trying to be like an archer build. Very hard to even hit shots, never mind to hit headshots with how buggy they were. So, gave that up pretty quick. Single player, though, pretty fine. Couple instances where they do some weird things, but nothing too bad. Okay, because I didn't have enough stamina to finish that. Yeah, if you're sprinting an attack, you do that jump attack there, so you're gonna see me do that all the time by accident. Yep, potato seeds. Yep, you can do that jump attack like we saw before. 12. And you'll see these things here. They're like little monster huts. Sometimes they have chests in them. That guy's just killing himself. I've never seen... There's, like I said, the developer said there's like 2 boss mods. Or not mods, just 2 boss mobs. And yep, now I'm on fire. Heal myself. Yeah. Nope. So oh no, it did go away. You're stuck. So that'll break. There we go. Break in their house. Oh, I didn't see him up there. Hey, buddy. Hey. Alright, come on. Ah. He's too high. There we go. Must hit one of those bombs. Oh. These are pretty annoying. There we go. And a corn seed. What is that? Is that some charcoal? Oh, nice. Ouch. Yeah, I'm a genius. Don't mind me. Take that with me, though. Easy to make, but, you know, these are pretty good to make charcoal with. What is the aggro range? What are you doing over here, buddy? Get out of here. We got stuff to do. So let's take a look at the map here. Obviously, we can only see this. Right here, let's head over here. I'll show you what these guys are. Look at that. Nice big red beam. Very useful. Little canal. Yeah, I haven't been to this island yet, so a lot of this is very new. Those platforms are like little monster platforms. You'll see them. They're pretty much the same on every island. Either there'll be stuff like on them or under them. Usually some basic chests. Some more of those barrels like I was talking about we can find spices in, so that's nice too. Oh, we'll go grab some of that iron. Yeah, what my plan is just to try and keep this moving a little bit, because obviously we're like an hour into this already. I don't want to drag through the ages because that's not really beneficial. Like, obviously I could be trying to find silver, mining that, go back home, or I could have done it on the island too. Actually, I even had some silver bars, probably, you know, made the silver pickaxe, and then, actually, I don't even think I could have done anything more with that, because I think after that is steel. And then, but that's a synthetic, so it's not something that we mine. So we have to create that from iron. And we can't do that to the next stage anyways. So I'd rather just go here, kind of show you guys a couple things, and we'll go back and do some of that small progression. But yeah, so that right there, it's almost a little off from my mark. Get some stamina back. Yeah, look, a couple monster. Oh, a little dungeon there. We'll go check that out too. So here, you'll see these all over the world that we go to. And what we get from them are, if we come here, hit open, And you see that, I believe it says World Heritage Pillar. Yep, Pillar of the World Heritage. So if you read the description on there, it tells you that you can build large world monuments, which is pretty cool. I haven't built one yet. I found a blueprint of one, put it down, and it was an incredibly daunting task to even attempt to do at the time. So that might be something we strive for here. Alright, alright. Let's try a little ability here. Spin around, hit everybody. Big damage. It's cute. Cute damage. Alright. I really want the bit. I really need a two-hander. We're gonna go right into that dungeon and get one. Because the damage is just so much better. And oh, boom! There we go. Two-hander. Doesn't need to be the best one. Just needs to be one, right? All right. It's called the Hero Sword. You think it'd be great, but it's only okay. So here we go. 155 damage. That attack value. I'm not sure how it's weighted. Like, obviously, you know, hold on, watch, I'll show you. Let's go over here. Let me hit something real quick. So, like, this cow, right? I'm going to hit this. My sword value was 155 attack. Did 44 damage, right? This one here, technically by the stat-wise, is weaker. And it's only going to give me magic attack bonus, so it's not even helping me there. But it's 150 compared to 155. Now, look. Here we go. Pretty ridiculous size. Looks amazing. That's actually not as ridiculous as some of them. Where'd that cow go? There's one. So now we'll hit a cow. Ready? 242. Like, and obviously my attack's slower. You can see my stamina bar go down. So you notice there, that one only did 52, but that's because I hit this bush. If you hit things in the world and then you hit an enemy, it does incredibly reduced damage. But, like, look at that reach. Let's see our skill here. Oh. Whew. Missed every bit of that, but, you know, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, like, look at that. Like, almost one hit with that. Once we increase our two-hander a bit, a lot of these things will be one hit, which is what's so crazy about this weapon. Ooh, good thing to talk about here. This right here, unlimited source of iron. So there are some automation tools that we talked about. I haven't built one. I did find one, but I never used it on the last account. You can build, I believe it's called an excavator. And somehow, some way, like I said, haven't looked much into it. You can place them on these, and they'll automatically mine the iron for you, which is pretty cool. There's stuff for, you'll see these. I've seen them for iron. I've seen them for silver. I don't think I've seen copper, but I'm sure that exists if those other two do. And I've seen it for just regular stone as well. So, you know, you could sit here infinitely, hold your mouse button down, go take a bathroom break or something too, and just have a bunch when you come back. And it's only one at a time. But, you know, again, it's unlimited. Whereas, like, these nodes here, I believe you get, like, 13. So, like, one hit, 3, 10, or 7, what, 13? Yeah. So, obviously, this is a lot faster, but you have to go around, find them, you know, the travel time. So, it just kind of depends what you want. So, if you're grinding, find one of those, sit on it. There's an alligator. Oh, jeez, he jumped. Oh, this bad boy's got some health, but look at that. Done. Didn't even have to try. It's pretty ridiculous. I love the sprint attack on this too. Let's get some stamina back here. Whatever. Let's see. Whew. There we go. A little action oriented. Again, a little wonky. But it's not bad. It's really not that bad. I mean, there's no skill in this combat, really. Like, at least right now. It's definitely not one of those things you go into trying to outskill it. It's just brute force your way through. Like you see, my health is at 175, 180, and I did take some hits there. And I'm not wearing armor. As you can see, I'm just a naked boy running around with a giant sword. Now let's check out this hammer. I actually haven't used it. I saw my buddy doing it. I'm going to put it on here. Again, absolutely massive. But it's the same attack pattern as the sword, which I find odd. Like, you know, I get it. Like, it works, but I feel like a giant sword and a giant hammer should not be using the same attack patterns. But let's see how the damage compares. The run attack on this, honestly, if you don't even like two-handers, I suggest just keeping one on your inventory if you can afford the space, just to use the sprint attack that hits everything. The longer the reach, the better, because you'll just break every item without having to try. Whereas when you have a single-handed weapon, it does like a jump attack, and you'll only hit like 1 or 2 pods. So it's it's actually pretty nice for dungeon. Oh, this is gonna be rough. These buffalo are jerks because they just charge. I hope the spawn time on them's not that bad. We'll go back for that in a second. I want to make sure we kill all these things. Yep. It stopped. Nope. I thought it was going to come back. You can see my stamina bar depleting there. Yeah, these. I had such a hard time killing these things with a single-handed weapon, or even a bow in multiplayer, because they were so buggy. It was like impossible to hit shots. Come on, come back. Got him. That's the best way I've seen to kill them. Just spam your combo, and unless they get caught on something, by the time they come back around, your jump attack will be in range. Again, pillar got in the way there, so that's the problem. I'm out of stamina, so I'm just going to get run over a bit, and he's stuck in a wall. Again, AI, not good. It's not good. Maybe these don't spawn back, because buffalo are just absolute jerks. Sometimes, keep an eye out. Right here in this little corner, sometimes there's a little silver chest, too. We're gonna definitely take this and grab a cow and see if the damage off one hit is better with this than a sword. I did high 200s to those. Well, let's see. Yeah, it's probably about the same. It's very minorly different. Oops. Hammer just looks cool. Absolutely disproportional, but again, I just think these are enormous, like hilariously oversized. They talked about reducing it. It's like, why'd you even make them this way? it's ridiculous. I love it though. I could sit here and rag on it all day, but I just love the oversized weapon. I think it's funny. Ooh, I haven't seen one of these before. Again, different island. The lone wolf. Well, that does make sense. And apparently you're not aggressive. Alright. Oh, yeah, just missed that range. Yeah, they look absolutely wrecked. These things are just... two-handed weapons, just so overpowered. I wonder how many times I can do that. Huh. I don't know if it's gotten any stronger anymore. Yeah, I'm going to show you. It's going to be the same boss again. I haven't seen a different one. I haven't gotten very far. Maybe the second boss is either that dragon I was talking about, or maybe there is something else in these dungeons and some of the further ones. But yeah, see, same boss. Yeah, I'm just going to tank that a hit. Like, I wish I could figure out like why I can't mount him. Before I was able to just go up to the front of him here. Oops. Okay, you're just gonna walk into the wall. Before I could just go up in the front of him, hook on like that, just jump and land. Oh, like that. See? Told you. And then you just basically one-shot him. The hammer, I'm going to go back to the sword. The sword seems to have a bit more range. See, this is where the heal comes in. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the sword. There we go. There we go, and I landed on him there. And because the range is so high, I was able to hit its head from the ground and just kill him anyways. Alright, yeah, I've got a lot of skills, so I've got 11 points here. Let's do something quick. So, you know, we're going to do minus quick work here. We'll level that up 3 times. Just to get through that tier, just to increase the efficiency of the pickaxe so we're not smashing rocks all day long. Same thing here, chance to gain additional rocks when mining. I don't know if that's just rocks or ores. It's very loose in that translation, and it could just because it's a translation, of course. So, but we're gonna put, you know what, what's down here in tier 3? Anything good? Unflammable? Reduce damage from fire. Regurgitation. To not consume the food. Okay. Gross. You know, let's increase the heal by a bit. Unlock the second level here. You can see there is a resurrection, so it's meant to be played with multiplayer in mind, which is really cool. This lightning bolt ability, pretty decent as well. Again, two-handed sword, just way too overpowered. Let's just dump right in here. Max level is 6. I'll just max it right out. Stamina consumption decrease and lifesteal. Maybe take a look at that. Backwater formation. Your attack will increase every time you attack until you get hit by an enemy. Fine. We'll level that up. We'll go right through this combat here and just kind of see how these skills are. Alright, again, just like every other dungeon. Brings us here. Get another one of those cards that we can bring to our god Anubis. Great Sword of the Demon. Look at that. Gold bar right there? Look at that. Take that. Oh, I'm full. It'll just pop around like that when you're full. What do I got here? Let's just get rid of... What are these? Movement speed? You know, I'll get rid of that one piece of sulfur. We'll find those later and mine them out. Get rid of that bit of hay, too. Alright, there we go. Okay. Day 5th. Yeah, I didn't notice that. I guess the days are labeled for you, so I know it's the 5th day here. That's cool. Maybe some speed run potential there. Not a speed runner myself, but fried shrimp. I am a little hungry. Oh no, I'm not. I'm at 89%. I'm not hungry at all. I'm just a fatty thinking about food. There's something over there. Crocodile. Crocodilus. Come here. Oh, Jesus, yeah. Look at that. He is bugged. Alright. So, oh, yeah, I'm not interested in the fight. Like, look at this. Come on. You're not a challenge, and that guy was one shot from behind. So that's just how this goes. Alright, let's see. Let's check out the map here. I don't care. These guys can just hit me. So I know we got that one here. You know, there's another one up here, so let's just take a quick run up there. We'll go check that out. Then we'll go back and we'll progress to the next age, and maybe we'll just end it right there with that age progression, so that this isn't getting too long. But it is a little kind of like a let's play. You know, I just kind of want people to be able to sit back, relax. I know I like to watch these kind of things when I work, just to see if I get an idea about a game, see if it's any good. I noticed there wasn't a lot of these out here, and I've just been needing an excuse to kick myself in the ass and maybe just start doing a couple of these and get into it and have a little fun. Oh yeah, here's one of those flat spots. I don't care about the silver. We're gonna jump up here. I wish that mini map up in the left was a little bigger. There is, yeah. Just a little bit. Yeah, what's nice, you can cheese some of these. Like, obviously I'm not grabbing the wall because it's not steep enough for me to have to grab onto. But, ooh, this right here, this is what platinum looks like. Crack. Oh, and it's not even going to tell me because my iron pickaxe is going to break. But yeah, that's platinum. It looks like the silver over there, so don't be confused when you do see it later and just assume it's silver. But yeah, star 7. And again, here's Anubis again. He's on every island, so you can just pop up over there and say hi to him if you need to. See some glowing stuff over there. Let's go check that out real quick. Oh my word, what is that? Crystals. Can I mine those? I don't even know if I've found a use for these things yet. Nope, I can't even get them. Should have made that silver pickaxe, huh? Oh god. Oh. Let's get that stamina back. Alright. This side looked a little easier. Imagine if you could soft lock yourself down there. That would be silly. It's like, gotcha. You nosy bastard. Alright. Oh, there's my mark. I'm just gonna peek at these. I think they're herbs. I don't know why they glow though. There's some blue herbs. Take those. I remember seeing a recipe for them. I remember needing like blue, yellow, and red herbs or something. I don't remember what it was for though, but felt like it was useful. Pretty much everything in this game is useful. Yeah. We need these pillars to make the monuments. You can find the blueprint monuments. I found one on the map, and it is crazy to build one. Perfect. I'll take that. Is there another one around? Maybe we just... Yeah, there's another one down here, but we'll we'll hit, let's see, we'll do one more quick dungeon. Is there one around here? I want to kind of show you that level up, but we could probably just do that next time. Oh, here's a trader. Or a blacksmith. What are you doing out here? I've never seen you just looking around. You're giving me log? You know, have half my logs. I don't even know what that does. Oh, I got a slate of growth out of that. What? You give me a log? Yeah, I'll give you my other 14 logs. You're gonna give me another one? Nope. Well, interesting. Alright. Never seen that before. Alright, so let's just get out of here. So we gotta go back. We have to go back to the gate. I actually don't remember where the gate was when we come in. I probably should have paid attention to that. Where are we? We're here. I probably came through... It's probably over here, right? Is it not on the map? Huh. Maybe it's about there. You can kind of hot. Yeah, we'll do it real quick. Yeah, save. I know I can just. You can just kind of choose it, save it, go to the title menu too, and get. It'll bring you. You'll stay in the same world, but you'll go right back to the portal, which is convenient. So you're not running around wasting time unnecessarily. Like if I was mining still, I would definitely be going back there and doing that. Picking up more iron on the way. Go. Took a little bit to load up. I don't have it on a solid state drive, so that could also be the issue too. Alright, yep, see, we're back here. Same island. Let's see, where was I even close? Yeah, I was close. Maybe it's that thing right there. It's a little awkward to look at, but... Alright, we'll take this, go home. Ooh, oh, I can pick that up. Okay. I'll just put you right back down, maybe. Oh, see, again, out of inventory space, so let me... equip that, pick this back up. That's the issue. If I go to anything in my inventory that's not an item, it like, did I just eat the salt? That couldn't have been good for me. Right, this is gonna take a second now. Oh, I guess, you know, get a little bit of wood while we're waiting here. Let's be productive. Wood, you go through wood so fast in this too, but it's so easy to get. You just gotta go around and actually hit a couple trees. Now, I don't know how it works. I saw there's wood choppers for the automation too, so I'm assuming like they just set up in a certain area. I don't know, maybe go around the whole island, just start cutting wood. And then I think you needed a separate drone as well to then pick up said wood. I don't know. It'd be fun to check it out though and get some of this basic stuff out of the way. I know I saw on the island a spot for stone that you could set up some sort of drone on. Oh, it's not done. There we go. Alright, there we go. Let's go home. Travel home. I'm really interested in what this tip says here. They're working on stuff. It says they're currently working on Balls of the Dragon, Prestige Architecture, and Legendary Weapons. Don't know what Balls of the Dragon means, but hopefully they make that dragon stronger because he was weak. He kills you pretty quick, but if you just move out of the way, it's not an issue. Have a heal on you. I think I did with a level 1 heal and it was still okay. Alright. Let's go give Anubis our slates real quick, and then we'll come down and we'll grow those wheat fields, and we'll call it there. And what the? Look at that. Cows are falling. Cows are just falling from the sky. Yeah, look at them go. Now, one thing to note, I don't know why, but there are conveyor belts underneath his little island there. I'm assuming that's what the cows are spawning on. So maybe we can use that to our advantage. Yeah, look, there's a cow right there, and they're just falling off the conveyor belt. Going down the world. Are they just dying? Nope. They're just existing right there. No fall damage for cows. Alright, Anubis. Oh, he's level 3 now. He was 2 last time he came, so he levels up with us. Let's go for the stamina here. But yeah, we can see, you know, 4 of these for HP, MP, or stamina. That tells you how many times you've been enhanced. It looks like 20 is the max, so it must be... I'm guessing we can only get 80 of these things. At least for now. Alright. Now let's... God, just look at that damage. Remember before we were hitting for like 40. Like 10 times that amount. Like, why would I even use a short-range weapon? Like, if anyone watches this and you use a short-range weapon, let me know why. Definitely could be missing something. I'm just a shabby gamer, so... But I want to know. And this does a stun. You hit the full combo, which is not easy, especially in multiplayer. But that last hit will stun him. Let's just see how many. Let's see how we can level up here from this. Where I'm level 17, a little under halfway. Maybe call that 45-ish percent, 40%. Kind of wish I compared the damage a little bit before I maxed out the two-handed. It didn't really feel much different when I hit that alligator, but I really didn't pay attention to the damage we were doing before. Oh hey, I almost killed you. How you doing? Yeah, he's... What? Oh, it's lit up. I don't know why, but I can't do anything, obviously. And... Damn, 19. Straight 19. So I got 1.5 levels for that. Just a little over 1.5 from level 17. And I got an egg. That's what I got from last time. And this one's not even a Nubis' egg. It had a little buff on it. It wasn't very good either, so it wasn't like I'm missing anything. Oh, let's... You're coming with me, buddy. Come on. No idea if he stays dead. I didn't kill him on the main island last time, but... What the... Oh, broke my sword. Swap. Pick that up. Just go sell our stuff here. Alright. And I know we need to make some wheat fields. We need it for that as well. So we'll do that up real quick here. I'm going to need that hay. Where did I put that? Boop. Do that. Do this. Hey, you know what? First of all, let's just go sell all of this stuff. All these seeds. Ooh, I got a gold pickaxe. That is absolutely amazing. I am actually very happy with that. Veteran? Ooh, that's good. We'll get rid of that one then. This Great Sword of the Demon. Not that great stats on it. Get rid of that pickaxe now because I found a ball in one. Alright. Oop, that's full. Do that. I've got 2 silver axes. Oh, of the dragon. Doesn't really do much. Move speed, I'll take that. Max stamina. I don't need stamina, so let's just go with that. Get rid of you. Don't need you. Seeds and a gold bow. I didn't even notice we dropped that. Nice. These are my tools and weapons. Okay. Don't get confused. This is broken. Fix that up real quick. Oh, maybe it's not. I must have sold the one that was broken and this was the better one. Yeah, look at that. Attack. Extra attack. Max life. Applied only to equipment. Max mana. Satiation. What? How's my equipment get? Satiation. Whatever. Again, I don't need to question at all. Alright, let's just make my iron real quick. Just get that pumping. Yeah, look, 99, and I've got some more. We'll definitely get more of those going in the next episode. Might just do that off, just so we don't have to grind too much in these things. Alright, yeah, and here's the first World Heritage I was talking about. So we could build that if we got one more pillar. And I believe, unless it's different from the blueprint I found, it'll be essentially a blueprint, and you have to build them in stages. So that'll be really fun to do. Can't wait for that. Little sarcasm, little not, because it looked horrendous to be able to do that. All right, just built a cooking pot. That'll give us some advanced cooking. I'm going to need that to make the wheat, and I am going to right here. So here's our wheat fields. Can I get 5 of them? Perfect. Just enough straw for 5. So we'll get those going. You can make those things you can make in your inventory. You can make here as well, but you can make multiple at a time here, whereas you can only make 1 at a time in your inventory. So if you're going to get multiple going, do it there. We'll move all this stuff around too. It's a little ugly here. I'm not liking it at all. Do that, get out of here. So I'm gonna put my cook pot. Oh, why am I crouching? Just gonna drop it right here for a moment. And then I'm just gonna get these other ones here. It almost looks like a little merchant outpost here, right? Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Excellent. looking incredibly mediocre. Just the way we do it. I'm just going to grab all my raw meat. We're going to turn as much as I can into good food. Take all that out. Perfect. So what I was talking about for the recipe here, we can make sausage later. Now, these do give buffs, so like this one heals mana. This just gives me health and satiation, which is what I care about. Maximum stamina 50. Um, you know, all these give, that's a failed recipe. They give some different things, and I believe if you use certain recipes that have buffs, it should transfer over. So, you know, use what's good. I use these for now just because it uses any animal flesh, and then salt, pepper, and cooking oil. So we're just going to take those. I'm going to make 25 of them. Just get those going. Then we can keep those on us and always be filling up our food, which is great. We definitely need it. Now I'm going to put all this back away. So I'm going to fill this chest. This will be my meat chest. Going to need the whole chest later. Absolutely. It is awful how much space we use in this game. And you know what, though, for now, we'll just put our spices in here because I do have enough room. Oh, and I used up all of them. I had 25 of each pretty much except for vinegar, which I also had 25 of. That's incredibly convenient. Alright. So we'll get more of those later. I'm just going to dump these. We're just going to dump here. Just move on with our day. Alright. So we got that going. Perfect. Alright, here's our wheat. I'm going to build a little platform because I'm going to try and get this a little prepared for later for when we automate. So I want to make sure that we're not wasting too much time. So I'm just going to build out a bit here. Craft that. 7. Boom, boom. Maybe like some... Alright, that's good for now, of course. So we'll start here, and we'll just put these two down. Wait, we gotta get water. Do I have a bucket? I don't. We'll build one real quick. It's weird. You get 10 from here, so obviously it uses 10 stone and 10... we'll build a well, too. We can see that's one of our quests, which is the best way to get water. I'm just gonna do this real quick just to get 2 out. Perfect, thank you. It doesn't use a bucket every time. Oh no, it did there. Sometimes I felt like it didn't. Maybe it was just glitching because it was the multiplayer. I missed. If you hit it right, you can hit like 3 or 4 of these at a time. Why is that? Or none at a time in this instance here. Just gonna build that well real quick. Is it in here? I'm trying to be here. That wouldn't make too much sense. No. Definitely overlooking it. Build a well. Maybe I need to be in the next thing to get a well. Yeah, that's probably the case. I don't see one here. Ah, yeah, there it is. There we go. Well. There we go. That time it worked. Not sure why the first time missed, but... Alright, those will get going. Oh wait, I got 5. Why did I think I only had 2? One more. Alright, we'll get that going. Build our flour, then we'll progress this, and we'll call it a day here, folks. But yeah, absolutely. If you did like this, let me know below. Would love to chat with some people, meet some people. Obviously, this is my very first video. Good, bad criticism, give it all away, please. Hopefully, as I get into this, get down the line, I'll get some better equipment too, better microphone. Obviously, I'm just using a pair of headphones that I have that I use for gaming for like Warzone and stuff. So, but yeah, I definitely want to do more content like this. We're definitely gonna do a little series on Craftopia just because I'm really enjoying this game. It's really cute, it's really fun, and there just seems to be a lot to do. So, a little creativity. So I want to take it a bit and see what we can do with it and run with it. Definitely, if you like it, let me know. We'll definitely keep this train rolling though. All that food, right? We're gonna plop that in my inventory. Those things grow. Grab all those. start another one. Definitely be building a couple of those things. You know, might as well just get them started while we wait for that wheat. I only have enough logs and stone for 2, but that's alright. Easy stuff to get. Alright, perfect. Again, all-around weapon. Two-hander for everything. It is the wheat clearer. Using that run attack. Alright, let's, I'm going to just fill that back up because we're going to need a lot of that stuff later. And you can automate it. I did find the recipe that was for sprinklers at one point. Very easy to make. Very, very nice. Definitely going to use that a little bit later. And we're going to try and figure out how to automate the farm too, because I don't want to sit there and harvest. I want it to just all grow and then get up and then either be picked up and brought somewhere. I don't know how that's all going to work. Definitely going to need to look into some of that stuff, but you know, we'll figure that out as we go. All right, we got that. I needed, I think, 20, right? I want to double check. 10. Need 10, a radar, and a copper shield. I got the copper shield. We'll make a radar over here in a second. We'll get this cooking. So it's just right here. It's just a wheat flour. So we'll get, yeah, we'll just get all that crafting. Give me those. Radar, what am I missing? Stone and a copper ingot. My 1 stone. I don't have any stone. Can't destroy that rock. Yeah, look at that. Like, now that we upgrade that mining a bit, you know, 2 hits with these rocks. Get some extra stone in here just from hitting these couple. This is how easy stone is, you know. 69. Nice. Perfect. Alright, do that. Got our 10 there. Take that. Do this. And, oh, yeah, that's right. Need a copper bar. I know we put some in the chest before we left here. Thank you. Grab this radar. Perfect. And now we'll just go over here. Yeah, like the stone progression here, it's like teaching how to use certain items. Like it's telling you how to harvest here and then process it, about some accessories that we'll look into. But actually, I haven't even looked into this myself. A dowsing technology for, and then obviously a shield. All right, progress the age. You can see we're already up to 40 grand just from selling all that little bits of junk that we got along the way too. All right, perfect. Now we can see we need steel ingots. We need cogs, which I believe is made with iron. Same with conveyor belts, made with iron, and then the fillets that we can use from on a fillet station from the fish we've caught. We can either get like luxury ones or regular ones like this, and that'll be an easy one to progress. We just gotta, we can do all this before leaving the island too. That's why we got all that, so we can just jump to the next stage and start moving on through. Like obviously I've found a gold pickaxe, I've got a gold bow, so I don't even need to worry about making that stuff. I can already be getting, I think, yeah, I can get platinum. And you can't get to the industrial age, I don't think. I think this is the last age. So we're going to progress quickly through the ages. We'll definitely finish that next episode. And then we'll just kind of start looking into all the different content, doing some exploration. You know, we'll kind of segment it a bit. You know, we'll check how the farms are working. We'll get those going, how we can cook them. Maybe look into automation a bit, figure that stuff out. Clean this place up because this is atrocious. It is a mess. It is an absolute mess here. So we'll fix that up a bit too and just start looking to all sorts of different things. All right, well, appreciate you all stopping by. You know, first episode, love to hear from you all down below. Again, this is just Shabby Does Gaming. I'm Shabby, and just like the gaming, everything is mediocre. We're all just here to have some fun and go along. All right, signing out now, but I definitely hope to hear from some of you later.